Morning, guys. Morning. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal morning. I am having a pretty good morning this morning. Still rocking my Dunkin' Donuts caramel coffee. Gotta love that. But I am reviewing Cordelia Castel's The Princess Trials. Now, I just finished that one at like 1 a.m. last night. It was really good. If you like Hunger Games or The Selection, cannot recommend Cordelia Castel's The Princess Trials any higher. It was excellent. All of those books are on Kindle Unlimited, as well as The Princess Purge, which I guess is the sub-series where you're going to see a lot of the same characters. They're all on Kindle Unlimited, which is amazing because I always have Kindle Unlimited and it helps me to read a lot of books without like spending quite as much money on books. So essentially, and I'm probably going to mess up her name, but her name is like Zay Mays Calico. She is from the lowest echelon, the Harvesters of Fanglora, which is the country that essentially the U.S. has become post dystopian issues. And she decides to go into the Princess Trials essentially as a spy. There's this group called the Red Runners, and they want to have a revolution. Excuse me, I have a cough drop in my mouth. If you watched Monday's video, I have a little bit of a lingering cough, and it's not bad at all, unless I found out I'm trying to talk for 5 to 10 minutes at a time, and then I can't do it without coughing. So, we're just going to rock this cough drop and be able to put out a review. So, anyways, Zay goes to the Princess Trials, which is like a game show trial thing that they have to get the prince married, Prince Kevin. And a bunch of stuff happens. It's 3 books long. It's insane stuff, a lot of it. They really are like these girls fighting to the death. There's some crazy trials, if you would. Then there's a revolution. Meanwhile, this whole time, she's falling in love with Prince Kevin. A lot of people trying to kill her. A lot of people trying to kill Prince Kevin. And then the monarchy kind of falls. And the revolutionists take over the Harvesters, which is her crew. That's who she originally wanted when she joined the Princess Trials to take over. But now she's met good nobles and kind people and, of course, bad ones. And she's fallen in love with Prince Kevin. It's a lot going on. But it's really quite good. I say quite good because I don't think it's as good as the Selection series. So I really, if you go back in my videos, probably maybe a year to a year and a half ago, maybe closer to 2 years ago now, my goodness, I read Kiera Cass's The Selection series, and I really loved it. So The Princess Trials is based off of that. Not based off of that at all, but it's very similar. And honestly, I enjoyed it. It was a great read. Had some nostalgic vibes because it reminded me of the first time I read through the Selection series and where I was at in my life at the time. But it was not like my favorite read of the year. It took me about a week to read all 3 books. So I wasn't like binging through them. They couldn't put down novels. But they were good books. And if you like young adult, if you like dystopian, if you like romance, if you like Hunger Games, Divergent, The Selection, any of those types of things, go ahead and read these. They were well done. They kept me entertained from cover to cover, and they were good. I think I'm coming a little hard on them as far as my rating. Like, out of 1 to 10, I'd probably give them a 6. Strictly because I'm coming off of A Court of Thorn and Roses series. It's the last series I binged, and that one is so well done that I feel like maybe I'm being a little hard on these books. But they were just good reads, and I'm glad I got them on Kindle Unlimited, where I didn't have to pay $10 a book. I was able to rent them for nothing, just my monthly membership fee. So definitely enjoyed them, but they weren't like must reads once again. I'm very excited to start Crescent City soon. That's by Sarah J. Maas, who did the A Court of Thorn and Roses. It's on my TBR. I own it. Book 2 of that series just came out. So I'm excited to read that. It is gonna be a couple of books away because I need a break from the YA romancy type stuff. So I'm gonna read a couple of thrillers, some Freida McFadden, and a few things like that. Like I said, I'm up to about 20 books so far this year, 10 a month, January and February. And I'm pretty happy with that pace. That's gonna be, if I keep up that pace, it'll be 120 books for the year, which far exceeds what I thought I was gonna read, which was 50 to 60. You will not get a review, I'm sure, for every single book, just because that would be a ridiculous amount of book reviews. And I know there are people on my channel who like other things that I do, such as grocery hauls and mom hacks and just mom videos in general. So I do try to space out the book reviews, though I know a lot of you do follow me for my book reviews. So as far as Princess Trials goes, it was a good read. It wasn't one of my favorites of the year. I know that for a fact. I would read it again. I have a couple of series. I have a couple of series coming up that I plan to read that I feel like I'm going to like a little bit better. I mentioned Crescent City. I also have the Zodiac Academy books on my Kindle right now. There's like 6 or 7 of those though. So I'm trying to find a good time to start those, because once I start a series, I like to read a whole series that I can get a hold of at a time. And I've heard they're very good. So trying to start those when maybe I've gotten through some of my one-offs a little bit more, but I will be starting those soon. But you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I think I have at least one more book review I'm going to put out in this series of book reviews. And then we will have a grocery haul and an Amazon Disney haul soon. So love you guys so much. Thank you so much for caring about my opinion on books. That blows my mind that there are actually people out there that care what I think of books. So love you guys once again, and I will see you guys next Monday.